we, and I mean me and my mother, who's behind the camera, are going to review what we bring in park bags during the day. So not everything's in there just because we're actually going to Disney in a few weeks, so I'm not finished packing, but just so you get the idea. And please enjoy my Disney gallery wall here behind me in my house. So, okay, so the first thing is obviously a wallet. I like to carry a thin wallet just because it's easier, it's not as bulky, and things I usually have are my annual pass, obviously, my license is in there, some credit cards, my rewards card from my Disney Visa, and then a little bit of cash. You really don't need a ton of cash at Disney, but I just like to carry just a little bit just in case sometimes magic bands don't work and then you're kind of stuck. So anyway, next, I keep everything in bags, FYI guys, but hand sanitizer, I feel like for obvious reasons, everything's dirty. Oh, and I should probably preface this by saying that I'm not a light packer, so if you're expecting what to bring in a compacted form, this is not the video for you, but I like to bring Tums for heartburn, Vaseline because the sun can really give you a burn on your lips, and I usually bring a few hair ties. I like these little expandable ones so that if your hair is down like this and you put it in, it doesn't make a dent in your hair if you want to wear it down again later, which I feel like in Florida happens quite a bit because it's so hot all the time. So sometimes during the day I'll put it up, and then once the sun comes down I like it done. Lip balm with sunscreen in it, again, it's very sunny in Florida. And I bring lots of little drops. Cough drops, tummy drops, vitamin C drops, whatever, just sometimes you just need something, a drop.
And they're not good for your teeth.
And this last little thing in this pocket here, oh no, that's not true, I have more stuff. I buy these Vera Bradley, like, what do you call them? Like medicine?
Pill containers.
Pill containers, yeah. I like the little bottles that come in there, but I'm sure you can get these on Amazon, just the little pills, because it's so much easier than carrying each pill container separately. I was always worried that security would like think this was weird or be like, what the heck's in there, but you can see it, and it's pretty easy. So I usually bring just regular ibuprofen, Excedrin, because I do get migraines for some reason, usually at Disney. Some anti-nausea medicine for my migraines, decongestants, because my mom and I somehow always get sinus headaches when we're at Disney as well. And I always bring omeprazole just in case I get heartburn, because I also get a lot of heartburn at Disney, probably from all the Coke that I drink. I also bring Imodium, because you never know.
Oh boy.
I have a bad stomach, guys, in case you can't tell. Not as bad as it used to be, but it's still pretty bad sometimes. And so another stomach pill is Nausine. I actually really like this. I found Nausine, it's for like upset stomach. It works a little bit better than Tums, and I got this. It's actually safe for pregnant women. Not that I'm pregnant, but I found it on a pregnant women's website. Same with these. That's actually how I found it. My friend who was pregnant at the time told me about these tummy drops, and they're ginger drops. They're also very good for nausea, or like sometimes if you get off a ride, for example, for me, I can't do starring tours without getting dizzy or nauseous, and so it's nice to just have something little, and then it usually prevents it. And I think that's it in this front pocket, and yes, that's just the front.
That's just the front?
I also always carry a sweater with me. I don't have one in here right now because it's packed, and I'll be wearing it on the plane, but that's something. The biggest tip I ever got when traveling to Disney was actually to bring a lot of plastic bags, because Florida is... Are you filming in which direction? Are you centered?
Yeah.
Oh, because Florida is hot and humid, and it rains a lot, and so I bring tons of different bags. Obviously my camera would usually be in my backpack, but it's being used right now. So put my camera in there, my wallet, that type of thing, so that stuff doesn't get ruined. A hat I always have. Again, it's sunny. Tissues. Deodorant. You never know. I always carry this little bag. It has all of my extra camera batteries in it, some Band-Aids, and all my extra memory cards as well, because I tend to go through a lot of memory cards. My sister, well, as you might recognize this from our giveaway, my sister made me this pouch, and I have 3 camera lenses, and this is just my little one that's good for dark rides and portraits, so that I keep in there too. And then no wonder I always complain about my back bothering me. I like this little thing I got on Amazon. It actually connects my memory card to my phone, so that if I'm ever trying to do upload a photo to the gram, you know, doing it for the gram, I can use my camera photos, which I like a lot better than my phone photos, and upload them. So I carry that, and I always carry a brush as well. I think. Oh wait, no, just kidding. That's not it. Sunglasses case. My mom and I actually found these sunglasses case recently at our Bradley outlet, and they're nice because they're flat. And the reason I say that is because I used to carry hard cases with me everywhere, and then security would always have to like take it out, open it, even though there was nothing in it. And so this is a lot easier for them to tell that there's nothing in there. And one last thing. Oh, this is my external charger, so like a fuel rod. This is nice if you're doing a lot of videoing or taking photos on your phone, or just making reservations or fast passes, because we all know the app doesn't work, and so it takes 20 minutes. So that's all I have in my backpack. So next up, what?
Sometimes a small bag for your phone, you left your phone out of that big bag. You didn't mention you put your phone in a plastic bag if it rains.
Oh yeah, well,
So
yeah.
sometimes we use a smaller bag for our phones. I do.
Like such.
Like so.
Yeah, obviously my phone would be in there too, but it's not. So I think that's everything that we carry typically in the bags. I have eye drops too, I didn't show you those, but that's just because I had eye surgery. So my eyes
Sunscreen, do we carry? Sometimes no.
We're really bad at sunscreen.
Yeah.
Sometimes we carry it. Honestly, probably most often we don't, but we should.
And we will.
Yeah. Alright, so that's the backpack. Now I'm going to go on to my carry-on. So. Okay, so next I'm going to go through my carry-on, and then next time we do a tip video, we'll go through what we pack. Again, not a video for people who are looking for what the minimal amount of stuff they should bring in to the park or on the plane or whatever in the car with them, because we are not those people. We travel with a minimum of 4 suitcases between my mom and I, and 2 bags. So this is a carry-on. We fly, so I tend to bring a little bit more than maybe you might need in a carry-on. I was like, what are you doing?
Showing the carry-on.
Yeah. A carry-on. So actually, just for anyone who's wondering, this is it's just, I'll go through my backpack too, but this is the Weekender actually from Vera Bradley. We typically get our Vera Bradley stuff at the outlet because it's way cheaper. This is like a $180 bag that I got for $35 a few weeks ago, so I really like it. It's much bigger than my old one, but it can definitely squish under the airplane seat, which is nice. And just real quick, this backpack, my mom has a similar one. It's just different color. Well, and different pattern, but this is JanSport. I feel like I'm going back to my like kindergarten and first grade days, but JanSport makes, the backpacks are very thorough. We went through a lot of backpacks before we found these. They're big enough so that in the winter, if you do have coats and stuff, you can like shove the coats in there if you don't need them, which I think is nice. And they're pretty waterproof actually, and also very heavy duty. I found this on Amazon as well. Okay, anyway, back to the carry-on. So the first thing is obviously a passport, but look at this cute little passport cover.
Ah.
That who got this for me? My sister.
Dad? Or no, one of your sisters.
My sister got this for me,
Got
and my mom has a similar one too. Again, another Vera Bradley. This is just an iPad. We use it for the plane. My mom and I watch documentaries, and usually we've been watching the same documentary for the last, I don't know, since California. So like the
3
last
trips
like 4
or
or 5, yeah, 4 trips maybe.
And it's almost over.
Yes. Airplanes. So I don't know if I've talked about these before. I don't think I have, but I have always had a problem flying. I don't know if my mom could probably test that more than I can, but I even remember as being like a 3-year-old with ear pain after flying. So this has really made a huge difference for me. They're on Amazon. I use the small ones because I have little ears, but you just put them in. I've had much better luck. The last 2 times we flew, not so great, but I think I also had like sinus issues going on. So, but usually it works pretty well. And then headphones, obviously you don't need to see those, but I always bring a headphone splitter that I also got on Amazon because my mom and I, like I said, we listen to the same shows. Okay, I swear I don't own everything Vera Bradley, but I own a lot. This is a jewelry case, but I mostly use it for chargers. I like to keep my chargers in my carry-on with me. God forbid something happens to your luggage, at least that way you can charge your phone and whatever else, my camera specifically. I do carry some jewelry in here, but it's nice because everything's like zippered pockets, so just another thing. I have my bracelets in here already, an extra necklace, and then obviously whatever chargers you need can zip in this big pocket, which is pretty nice. So that's that. I feel like you should always probably have your jewelry on you anyway if you're traveling with jewelry, just because you don't want it stolen. So I always bring a folder with me, and my mom will make fun of me for this because I always have to have a black folder. I don't know why, but I do. And it's not printed out yet, but in here I typically have our itinerary printed out. I'm also neurotic, and I plan out all my outfits before we go and write it all down so that I remember what I'm wearing. And then just like our Magical Express information. And I've got some drink tickets from Southwest in here, but our itinerary is usually in there too. One thing I usually do, and I actually hadn't done in the last few trips, is print out our itinerary and cut it, and so that we have all our fast passes on paper as well, because again, the app isn't working. After our last trip, I'm definitely doing it again because the app was just really slow. So
Yes, this is what I deal with.
okay, let me know at any point if you feel like you need a break. Okay, I usually don't. This trip I'm bringing a book just because my New Year's resolution is to read a book every year, every month, every year. And this one is called The Revised Vault of Disney, and it's, I don't know, it's got good reviews on Amazon apparently. There's a lot of stories in here that no one's really ever heard before. And then I bring this VHS, no, I was kidding. This is the notebook that my mom bought me, and this is what I keep my notes in because I do write trip reports on WDW Magic, so that's what that is. I always have a pen in here as well. Extra pair of sunglasses, you never know. Okay, more Fair Bradley pain medicine. This is kind of what I was talking about. So this is the little medicine case that has, oh no, my apple spilled all over.
No.
It has these little things that I was talking about. And so this is that. I usually just carry ibuprofen in here for some reason. We go through a lot of ibuprofen on vacation. And then this, my mom would again make fun of me for this because she says I have more pills than she does.
And she does.
But I like to organize all my medicine. This is truly just allergy pills and stomach pills, and then I have one prescription medicine. But it is nice to organize it. Alright, so that's that. Then I also, my brother-in-law's mom got me this cute little tissue cover, so I always have tissues. Vaseline, you don't need to say that for God knows what reason. I keep bringing Uno, and yeah, we have never played it.
No, we did in the airport the one time. The plane.
Yeah, did we?
Yeah.
Some nausea, again, just in case. Some extra sunglasses. These are Max's. My nephew's. Yeah, this is my, and I also bring, my mom had like some pretty bad Virgil like 2 years ago, so I still just carry the Virgil pills. You know, you never know. And to me, this is the most important part of what should be in your carry-on because I am really weird about cleaning things, and so I bring these Clorox wipes that I clean the plane seats with and the trays. And then now that I'm thinking about it, I'll probably use them to clean like the remote in the hotel room and stuff like that. Which at one point I actually used to bring really hospital grade wipes, but they kept getting flagged by the TSA, so I stopped bringing them. Remember they kept like opening them and be like, what the heck is this? But they're pretty nice wipes. Okay, again, everything in bags because you never know, something might spill. Tide to-go pen, more hand sanitizer, and then just this Lysol spray, which can work the same as the wipes. And let's take a break. Okay, and then that's pretty much, no, it's not. Okay.
No, it's not.
I was like, oh, that's it. Okay, so just for the day when you know, some days if we go later, I would say more times than not lately, we've been going on a later flight. Although now my work schedule has changed again, so we'll probably be going back to early morning flights. So you know you're not going to get your luggage if you use Magical Express. So I always bring some stuff that we might need just in case our room's not ready for a really long time or our luggage isn't there. So this is sunscreen. I don't think I have a small enough thing to bring a spray, so I usually bring the cream just for the first day. Some lotion, and then this stuff's pretty good. I have actually had a lot of people ask me what I do when I wear dresses a lot, and I actually wear shorts under my dresses for the most part, but if I don't, or if I'm wearing shorts then I get some chafing, because for whatever reason I have terrible chafing issues, even like since I was a kid. I really like this Blue Steel Sports Anti-Chafing Cream. I got this on Amazon, and I don't know why it works really well. It actually stays on even when you're swimming, which is weird, and it's actually, I literally read it's designed for factory workers.
There you go.
So it's very heavy duty.
Just for your job.
Okay, this trip I wasn't sure like how much time we would have before we went to go to the park, so I just threw on a bathing suit. And I always change, throw on a change of clothes because we're coming from cold weather, and so we're gonna change into warmer weather clothes for the park again because we won't have our luggage right away. And then last but not least,
Whoa.
your magic band. So
You need all those?
I have multiple. I have probably like, well, I can see like 5 in front of me, but I have a whole other bin of them. So
7 in front of you.
7.
4, 5, 6,
I
7.
think I have probably 20 magic bands, to be honest. Those are
Oh
like,
yeah, there's some more there.
And a lot of Zoom Zooms over there too. Those are the old magic bands. Those weren't even before these magic. That's magic band 1. These are magic band 2s. But we do have a lot. We've actually deactivated most of them because it causes a lot of issues when you have a lot of magic bands. So we kind of pick your colors, activate and deactivate them as you please, which is nice. You just do that during the Disney website. So, for example, this yellow one I've had deactivated for like 2 years, and I finally activated it yesterday. So you can deactivate them and activate them whenever you want. So, I think that's it.
Raincoat?
Obviously, I usually bring a computer. That's for work, and
A raincoat if it's going to rain.
yeah, if we think it's gonna rain, I'll put the raincoat in. Otherwise, the raincoat's in my backpack, or sorry, in my luggage. And I don't think there's much else that I keep in there. Anyway, ears. Duh.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So
We have a multitude of them.
yeah, these I just actually made these. I'm actually gonna make a video about how I made these, but yeah, we usually I'll probably bring 2-3 pairs this trip. So
Got a variety of ears up there.
sure do. Sure do. So, okay. All right, that's it for now. Again, like I said, the next tip video will be what we pack in our suitcases, and then after that someone asked me to do a Run Disney video, so in between our trip videos I'll start putting more tip videos up there too. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a magical day. Alright guys, I realized, just ignoring my suitcase over there, but I realized when I was editing my video you couldn't really see some of the stuff I was talking about, so just wanted to refilm a few things just to give you a better close-up. So the first thing is this is the body glide I was talking about, the blue steel cream. Just in case you were curious about it, again, I do love it. This is my passport cover. I believe my sister got this for me off Etsy, if you're looking for passport cover. This is the Vera Bradley sunglasses case I was talking about, the flat one, so that it kind of saves you some time and security. This is the jewelry case I was talking about. Again, I use it mostly for my chargers. But you can see how it has tiny little packets and then bigger packets for bigger parts of jewelry. So I do like that. Again, I never buy Vera Bradley full price. I always buy it at the outlet or on sale. This is the book I was talking about. I don't know if it's any good, but the revised Vault of Walt Disney. So this is volume 1. I think there's at least one more volume. I'm not sure how many. These are the pill cases I was talking about. So this is the bigger one. Day of the week one essentially, and then this is the little pill things I was talking about. So this is like the small Vera Bradley pill case. These are like the little things I was referring to. Let's see if it can focus. Hello. Doesn't want to focus. Oh my gosh. Let me try again. I don't know, whatever. You get the picture. It's a little container of pills. But I actually really like, there we go. I actually really like these. I use them for work too, actually. They're actually pretty handy. But again, you don't have to get a Vera Bradley. I'm sure they make pill cases on Amazon that are a lot cheaper. This is the tissue case I was talking about. I have no idea where my brother-in-law's mom got this from, but it is so cute. I feel like I might even be able to make this myself. It's adorable. This is, or sorry, I should say these are, again, I'm not sure if it's going to focus, but these are what the airplanes look like that I was talking about. This is, why won't you focus? There we go. This, these are the large size. Again, I use the kids size just because I have smaller ears, but they go in your ears, like this rib side goes in first and it blocks out a lot of pressure. You put them in before you take off. You kind of like blow out the air and then you put them in. And then I usually put them in about 40 to 30 minutes before we land. And that's when you get rid, most of the pressure. This is, in case anyone was curious about the specific, oh my gosh, I can't talk, the specifics of my external charger. Again, it's most things I get on Amazon. This is, I believe it's a Belkin charger. Oh no, I'm sorry. Belkin is the case. Anchor, I'm not sure how you say that. I've had this charger actually for quite a bit. I want to say I got it back in 2015. I remember because I went on a trip and didn't bring the actual charger for the charger, just brought the charger for the phone. But I think it's really great. I mean, I know they sell the fuel rods at Disney or whatever, but I think this is actually a better idea. I can't remember how much I paid for it just because I did buy it so long ago, but I don't remember it being much more than maybe $40 to $50, which I think is how much the fuel rods can be. And this one's my own, so I don't have to worry about transferring it. And I would say a charge is pretty good. I actually used to use this at work sometimes when I was a resident and working a lot more hours during the week, and I just didn't really have time always to charge my phone. So, I mean, I would probably get 3 or 4, if not 5 charges out of this before I would have to charge the actual device. So I think it's really helpful. Although I do charge my phone typically in airplane mode when I'm trying to charge it fast. And the last thing I wanted to show you, I talked about my itinerary and how I print it out. This is actually from an old trip, just to give you an idea. I typically write like our overall confirmation number, the date, our Southwest, we typically fly Southwest, confirmation number. Again, I'm showing this because this is old trip, so these are old confirmation numbers. And then I usually write our 3 fast passes and our dinner times with the confirmation for the dinner, because there have been cases where well, I should say it's not happened to me, but where people go to check in for dinner and they don't have them listed, even though they have a confirmation number. So it's a lot easier for them to look this up. And again, this is certainly things you can find on the app, except that would mean the app would have to work all the time, which it typically does not. So I go through every day and I write this all down, and I always write my outfits as well, like I said on here, and I usually write my mom's outfits as well, actually. So, okay, that's it. Sorry, I forgot one thing. I'm not sure if anyone really cares, but this is my headphone splitter. I like it because you can have more than 2 headphones in there. And sometimes if my dad travels with us, which he doesn't go to Disney as often as we do because he doesn't love Disney like we do. He just likes to go once a year or so. Sometimes all 3 of us will plug headphones into there, so I like this one. Again, I got this on Amazon years ago, so I don't remember it costing much more than maybe $10, but it was probably 4 or 5 years ago, but I do like it. I guess it's called Nuclear AV, so Amazon, as usual. Okay, now that's really it.